Hi, and welcome to the GameSkinny News Roundup, where we discuss the latest news of the week. This week we have Ernesto, as well as Ian.
Hi guys, I'm here. Just relax.
You're being a ninja, and according to Steph's words.
My camera is broken. I have to get a new one, but I'm broke. So life sucks right now.
Fine, I guess we'll go easy on you. We also have Louie, who's
hey guys.
and
so let's get this show on the road.
and I'm Ryan, and we're gonna talk about the latest news of the week. First off, something to announce: Steam Family Sharing. Supposedly similar to what Microsoft wanted to have on the Xbox One. Did you want to talk about that, Ian?
Yeah. So basically, Valve is letting you share your entire library with somebody you trust, which in my case would be nobody, but paranoia. So basically, Valve has said you can let somebody play on your Steam account with certain games, not games that have third-party DRM, so no games that support games for Windows Live like Arkham Asylum. But you can basically give them a secondary password that they can log into, and then as long as you're not playing on Steam, they can play most of your games. So, but only one person can use the Steam library at one time, so you can't play simultaneously. You can't play co-op with one copy of the game. But
that's a bummer.
Yeah, but licensing sucks. But it's a big step forward. I mean, but it makes sense because you can't share a physical game with someone and still play it at the same time without two copies. So
yeah. Like, speaking to that, I think that it's going to be pretty cool because you weren't able to do that on digital sales, so I think it'd be pretty sweet in that direction. I think with the way that Microsoft had it, it seemed a little bit too restrictive, kind of.
Well,
and this seems to be... Oh, go ahead.
They were using it on physical games too, and that was kind of a faux pas. Anyway, you were saying?
Yeah, but I think it's a good idea because then you'd be able to share, try out games that you're interested in, but you didn't really want to pay for it in case you didn't like it. So you could just, if your friend has it, you could just borrow it, just like you would normally be able to do on a console. So I think that's pretty cool. And speaking of Steam, a new Humble Indie Bundle just came out. It's Humble Indie Bundle 9.
Woohoo!
Included in that bundle, which looks to be really awesome, it has Trying to Complete Story, Eats Munchies, which is a new Eats game. It's beta right now, but you'll have access to it. Mark of the Ninja, Brutal Legend. Those are the 4 games that you can get. If you pay
Brutal Legend, though.
Yeah, if you pay over the average, which is currently $4.59, you get Faster Than Light and Fez, and more games will be revealed next week.
Yep,
have you played Brutal Legend, Louis?
I played it a little bit at a friend's house, and I was obsessed with it, but I could never find it in the store, so eventually I found other things, but it was a lot of fun when I did play it.
Don't forget that you also get the soundtracks for all these games.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's... I'm a big fan of
including
OSTs.
Yep. So, yeah, soundtracks are awesome, and it looks like, according to the counter, they've sold a whole ton of bundles, because the counter is blank on my page, actually. I think there's a script I've got running interfering with it. Fun times.
A whole bunch. A whole bunch.
A whole bunch, as
in scientific terms.
The whole bunch meaning 419,724.
So that's more of a fuck ton.
Yeah, and that's in
If they
3
were
days.
physical games, you'd be like crushed under the weight.
Yeah, because
Brutal Legend is the one with Jack Black.
Yep.
Yep.
And Ozzy and Tim Schafer and
Right, and
That's why the OST is really cool for that game.
yeah,
and I know that Jack Black is doing the voiceover for Broken Age, right, with Tim Schafer again.
I think there was a rumor on that. I'm not sure if it's like confirmed or anything. I haven't
I know
read
we
anything
didn't.
about that.
I know we didn't discuss it earlier. I should have mentioned it, but just because he said Brutal Legend and I didn't know that was part of the indie bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a YouTube video of them showing the voice actors for Broken Age, and at the end of it, you see Jack Black coming into the studio to do his voiceover work.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love Jack Black.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care what you say about his humor. He rocks hard.
Right, he was great in Gulliver's Travels.
Oh.
okay.
Oh my God, Gulliver's Travels. Out of all the movies to pick, Gulliver.
out of all okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Anyway,
just pretend
I mean-
you didn't say that.
Let's go with like Tenacious D or something. I don't know.
Ooh, okay, so moving on past that horrible indiscretion, Sony has announced a new Vita model and the Vita TV. The new PS Vita is supposedly 20% lighter and 15% thinner or something like that. But it comes in 6 colors, which is pretty awesome. But they're kind of weird colors. Like, who wants a brown PS Vita? I mean, really?
Was it brown? I thought that the one was gray.
Brown, gray, yellow, black, and I think there's a white one. Oh, and pink. But, yep, brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know.
Teach
Like,
The good
country
thing is-
folk out there.
Good thing is we won't have to worry about it because it's not in the U.S. anytime soon anyway.
yep. My theory on that is because Sony is delaying the PS4 in Japan until 2014, that the new Vita model, and which also has an extended battery life, and the Vita TV, which is essentially a device that lets you play Vita games on your television and access some streaming services, will be in place of the PlayStation 4 for the Japanese market.
Is that confirmed that they're not releasing the PS4 until 2014? Because I've seen shipments or rumors of shipments online already in Japan. So
I think there might be shipments, but what I heard, I don't know if it's a rumor or not. I heard that Japanese gamers are upset because the release date isn't going to be until 3 months after the release of it in the West.
that's strange.
Let's
But,
just
okay.
call it a rumor, I guess.
I guess, yeah. But
Yeah, but that would make sense for the PS Vita, the new one, to be kind of a substitute or holding them over until the official release of the PS4. That would make a lot of sense.
has any of us actually played a Vita? I tried to play one
Yeah,
at
I've had a
GameStop,
Vita.
but it was broken.
Vita's okay. The main crutch with the Vita when I had mine, which I traded in because and the crutch was that there were no games for it, no real good games. The only game that I really played and I enjoyed was Uncharted Golden Abyss. But other than that, the Call of Duty Declassified was not very good. There was a Killzone, and then everything else was like casual gaming and like Madden. And up until Assassin's Creed Liberation, there wasn't any real quality games on there. But with the streaming capabilities and the fact that you can use it as a second screen on the PS4, I think it's going to start making a little bit of a comeback.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, looks like Ian had to go. Something came up there. Hope everything's okay. But moving on from the Vita, we have news about the new iPhone S, or excuse me, 5S, and the 5C. Now, details were just announced. Ernesto, you got stuff to say?
Yes, I do. Okay, so the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5C were recently announced, and the 5C model was available for pre-order today. Interestingly enough, Apple and AT&T and all the other phone companies decided not to do a pre-order for the 5S. I don't know if it's because they're going to be thinking that not many people are going to do those pre-orders, but the difference is going to be that the 5C is basically the iPhone 5 internals with a polyurethane casing on the back instead of the metal or the aluminum casing.
Yeah.
And it's going to come in a variety of colors. And then the 5S is going to be the upgraded version of the 5. So it's going to be the premier model, and that one only comes in 3 different types, which are going to be space gray, the original silver-colored backing like the one on the 5, and then the gold model.
Yeah, isn't like the space gray black, and then the silver is the white, and then now they have gold. Like they just changed the name.
Yeah, it's white with the gold aluminum backing. It's going to have a A7 processor. It's going to be the first 64-bit phone. It's also going to have a dual LED flash. It will come with iOS 7, which is going to be released on the 18th. The release date for both the iPhone 5S and 5C is going to be September 20th. You can pre-order the 5C now, and the 5S you'll have to pick it up from whichever phone company you have service with that's going to have it available.
Yeah, and I guess about the dual LED flash, one of the LEDs is white and the other is amber, so that kind of helps your pictures look more natural. Because on some of the pictures it doesn't really look right. And I guess supposedly the iPhone will be able to combine the right percentage and intensity of the 2 bulbs to create 1,000 different versions of the flash. Like really, 1,000 different versions? Do you need 1,000 different flashes on your phone?
Maybe not. But
now with there's people are using their phones as a camera with Instagram and Vines becoming so popular. People want the best quality pictures and videos that they can take. So I guess with a special flash, you can take super ultra awesome Instagram pictures of your meal. I don't know.
A whole new way to take those. Well, you don't have MySpace pages like anymore, but they call them MySpace photos. Oh wait, I gotta make sure that I have like the correct
the selfies. The selfies.
Yeah,
oh wait,
selfies.
and I totally forgot to mention the one thing that everybody's kind of excited about, the Touch ID, the fingerprint scanner on
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, so you'll be able to every time you press the home button, the iPhone will track whatever part of your thumb is on there or finger, whichever finger you use. It'll be able to track that print until it gets a full picture of it. And the only way that you'll be able to unlock the phone is with your fingerprint, and you'll be able to use it to make purchases on the iTunes store.
That's really cool. That kind of technology is being implemented on such a wide scale product. I know a lot of people, they're like kind of been gimmicky little things like, oh, your mouse can detect it or whatever. But now that it's on like every phone that they're going to release, that's a interesting step in the new direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually this new iPhone 5S isn't the first phone to have a fingerprint scanner. I have somewhere in my stuff a Motorola Atrix. Now, it didn't have like things to do with the marketplace, security and things like that, but you were able to scan your fingerprint and use it for security. So that was pretty cool.
And then the HTC One had the face recognition, where you could just put your face up to the screen and it would unlock it for you.
Yeah, they also had face recognition on the S4 as well. Galaxy S4 Samsung. I guess with the home button, unlike the Atrix, you'll be able to have your finger on there, like any which direction, and it'll be able to detect your finger.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. I think we pretty much covered everything. Was there anything else about the 5S?
No, I don't want to talk about the iPhone anymore. Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Okay, let's talk about rumors. How about that? Siri was a huge innovation within the iPhone, and now there have been new products. In the official podcast, we talked about the Jarvis app, which is kind of like the voice-activated Siri. You can talk to it and stuff. And now Microsoft, there's a rumor floating around that they're releasing their own take on it, but it's going to be a Cortana spin on the Siri, which, there hasn't been a lot of confirmation on this, but I think it would be kind of cool, maybe a little gimmicky, but still cool nonetheless to have a specific voice, a recognizable voice that responding to you. And it's pretty cool because Cortana was an AI and Siri's kind of like an AI, so it makes sense to me.
Oh, I thought that Cortana was just like the name of it. They don't. I didn't see any news about them actually using the voice. Like, I thought it would be cool if they did use the voice, but did it say anything about the voice?
Well, I figure if the rumor is they're going to name it the Cortana, then they would get the voice actor. Like the Jarvis one, they've gotten the official voice actor from the Avengers movie that did the Jarvis thing. Wouldn't make a lot of sense for it to be called that and not get the official voice actress. I can't recall her name at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that does make sense for them to actually call it and then have the actual name, which I think would be pretty cool.
They'd be kind of half-assing it if they didn't, and it's Microsoft, so it's not like they don't have the money to do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so
I mean, like, they just bought Nokia, so they definitely have the money.
And just let's hope she doesn't go rampant on us. That's a Halo joke. Come on, guys.
Get the virus or whatever.
Come on, that's funny. You laugh, Ernesto. You better laugh. God.
All
right. So, other news. Grand Theft Auto is coming out on the 17th, but already there have been leaks, and now just today torrents went up for it. So now everyone's getting their hands on it. There's been a lot of gameplay, story, music. Everything's is being leaked right now, and it looks intense. For example, their map is gigantic. It is absolutely huge. It dwarfs, easily dwarfs Grand Theft Auto 4's Liberty City. It's bigger than San Andreas. It's incredible, and it's super detailed. As a very interesting kind of side part of that, Microsoft has been banning consoles for people that have been leaking information. Even if they bought legit copies of the game and they were leaking gameplay videos or photos online, the people's consoles were banned because of that. So,
wow.
Yeah, Microsoft is taking a heavy-handed approach to this situation because Rockstar was getting understandably upset that so many people were leaking this information, and now that their torrents are finally online, it's going to get even worse. So,
especially since one of the first culprits of the leak was Sony.
Yeah. So,
yeah, on Twitter.
But now, but Microsoft players have been getting it really. They've been leaking a lot of stuff, which it looks pretty hardcore. I know a lot of people. The hot coffee mod that everyone was all and up about like 10 or 13 years ago. Now it's just commonplace in this game. There's, you're actually seeing them have sex, and it's kind of weird, that
I guess this is going to be the first GTA to show full male frontal nudity, I guess was the thing.
Well, no, the last one showed full frontal, but I guess this one's good. Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting because during the actual game, you're like, are they going to show it? Are they going to? Oh, wow, they're showing it. Okay. But yeah, it looks like they've amped up Grand Theft Auto to 11 if that's possible with all these leaks. I've tried to stay away from them, but you know it's kind of tempting. I gots to know. I can't wait a week.
I'm really more excited for October 1st, which is when they open up GTA Online. I think that's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, the future's looking good.
Yeah.
It's just,
I wonder how they're gonna transition it to next gen, because if GTA Online takes off, like I think it's going to, they're gonna have to port it or move it over to next gen.
Yeah, with it being this close to the console launch, I'm surprised that there isn't a next gen version.
Right, or maybe they're just keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, maybe.
Like for example, like kind of moving along the Final Fantasy 14, which obviously it's an MMO, so to release it on the PS3 and the 360 was obviously a good idea for people that really wanted that game, but the question was, how are they going to push it to next gen?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we discussed this the last subcast. So what's going to happen is Final Fantasy 14 players that are playing on current gen consoles right now will be able to transition to the PS4 and I don't know if they've confirmed it for the Xbox One, but they'll be able to transition to the PS4 version free.
Yeah, speaking of that, Sony doesn't want it to put it on, well, not Sony. Sony wanted to put it on 360, but I read online, on one of the blogs or whatever, the official blogs, that excuse me, that Microsoft wanted to have only Xbox Live players play with Xbox Live players and not have anybody else play together. Because with Final Fantasy XIV, PlayStation 3 players and PC players play together, and they wanted to have the Xbox Live players play with them, but Microsoft didn't want it to happen, so they aren't releasing it on that console. So therefore, it's not going to be coming out for the Xbox One, at least for now. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
Keep it coming, Microsoft. All you're doing is making new PS4 players.
You know, but yeah, like you said, current PS3 owners will just be able to download the game and play it. You don't have to buy anything else. You don't have to register anything else. You just use your same account. So that'll be pretty sweet. Also, in other Final Fantasy XIV news, they have a new patch that just happened a couple days ago. Including in that patch, there's a whole bunch of different bug fixes. I'm not going to go through them all because there's a ton. You can look at them on the lodestone. For those who know what I'm talking about. It's just basically the news site, official one. But one big thing is there's finally the 30-minute auto kick for people who are AFK. Yay! So now you'd be able to get in easier and not have to deal with 1017 errors. So for all those who were asking for it, it has been implemented. Also, to deal with all those gold sellers, they have some anti-spam things implemented. Like after a while, the person won't be able to talk for a while, like they'll be silenced. And actually on the 16th, they'll be coming out with a new patch to further increase the stability of the servers. So we can definitely be happy about that. Currently going on is I believe it's called the Moonfire Fair. Let me pull it up. Yes, currently going on, the event Moonfire Fair. You can go to either the upper decks in Limsa Luminsa, or Old Gridania, or in Ul'dah, the Steps of Nald, and you can talk to these people and purchase bathing suits for your character. Woo!
Oh yeah, bathing suits.
Yeah, the female ones are definitely better looking than the guys. The guys look absolutely horrid. I guess I'll take a screenshot of my character and put it here. Yeah, there you go. He looks horrible, doesn't he? When this video goes out, you'll see. But yeah, And so we will be able to expect the servers to be more stable. Did you have something else, Louis?
You know, not especially. We have some news trickling out from the Pokémon X&Y that that Mewtwo and possibly other Pokemon will have a different evolution, mega evolution for each game, which, you know, it's a different way to play it. I don't particularly like it. I hate that you're only getting half of the experience when you buy one of the games. If, like, I guess the completionist in me wants to see both, wants to experience both, but you only get to have one.
Hasn't Pokemon always done that, though?
Yeah, but at least you could trade. It's like, I'm not quite sure how it is. I don't know if only, like, in X you'll only get to experience one no matter what kind of Mewtwo you have. It's not being super clear.
Yeah, like, I wonder if there's going to be, like, a Mega Mewtwo X stone and then a Mega Mewtwo Y stone, you know? Because it requires you to hold that stone in order to do the Mega Evolution.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a little vague right now, but like I said, trickling news, which the Pokemon news hasn't been coming out. Like, they don't come out with huge announcements. They're like, here's a little bit, here's a little taste, here's a little bit more. Oh, well, the game's here. So
anything Nintendo's like that, though. There's always a little bit of a hint of something like, oh, guess what? We're going to show you one more Super Smash Brothers picture once every 2 weeks, just to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, oh, what were you going to say?
I was going to say whatever you were going to say, so why don't you say it first?
Oh, okay.
Aww.
Well, I was just going to continue with a little bit of Pokemon news. They did release the versions of the new starters for the game. Their evolution, their secondary stage has been released. And we will be probably talking about that more next week when more news comes in. But there's definitely more Pokemon news to talk about. But I think that's it. Did you guys have anything else to talk about?
I think that
came to Pokemon?
Oh, just about anything.
Okay, well, there's I mean, for the tabletop guys and for the card traders, I guess there's a $100,000 rare Pikachu Illustrator card on sale.
Oh yeah, I saw that thing.
Pokemon cards, like Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Worth so much when you were collecting them. Nothing now.
Yep.
And I know I have like 3 packets of Pokemon cards, like 3 binders full of Pokemon cards.
I have like 600 Beanie Babies in my closet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good luck whoever spends $100,000 on that Pokemon, on that Pikachu card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's really rare because only 6 of them were ever created, and they were given away in this contest in Japan, this illustration contest, so that's why. One of them is owned by official Pokemon TCG blog, yeah. So there's only 5 copies that are out there because they won't be selling that one. And yeah, so
yeah, gotta catch them all.
Yep.
Except for that one. That one's way too freaking expensive.
Way too expensive. But I guess that's it for this week.
That's it.
You know, what are you guys gonna be playing, Ernesto?
Okay, well, I didn't want to say this with Louis here, but because I know it's going to really upset him. Yeah, you keep eating that thing while I tell you that I'm going to be playing GTA 5 this weekend. Suck it! I'll be playing GTA 5 this weekend. I got an early copy. Don't ask me how. And no, I didn't get it from my place of employment. They haven't even gotten the copies yet. And I'm going to play another game called Real Life. And Real Life is about going outside and enjoying the sun, having a couple of beers with friends, and maybe cooking out. That's what I'll be doing this weekend.
What?
I know.
How about you, Louis?
Well, since Ernesto rubbed in my face that he's going to be playing the game that I've been waiting for the past, 6 months, and stole the joke about outside, I don't have anything original to say. I'm going to be doing nothing. How about that? I hate you, Ernesto. I quit. Louis out.
Oh, come on. He always has a little bitch fit at the end of the show.
He does.
What about you, Ryan? What are you going to do?
Me, I'm probably gonna, grind through Final Fantasy XIV. I'm trying to get to Titan, going through all those quests. I finally got my Black Mage. Woo, yeah. Not that much different from Thaumaturge so far, but yeah, working on Titan. Maybe get to finally go up against him with members of my guild / grain company. Yeah. And I'll probably be going through the Humble Indie Bundle. I started playing Fez, and it's pretty sweet.
Well, sounds like we all have a very fun and eventful weekend, don't we?
I do.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I do. I wish you did too. I'm sorry, man. I mean, I just got lucky this time. I just got lucky.
You know what?
Hmm?
I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you.
Thank you very much. I'm happy for me too. I'm sad for you.
Yeah.
But hey guys,
he's really not happy.
Don't forget upcoming releases. All right, you got the Wonderful 101, which got really good reviews on the Wii U. Wii U doesn't have a lot of quality games, so they're coming out. So Wonderful 101's coming out. We got Wind Waker HD coming out on the 20th, which I'll say again next week. Obviously, the one everybody's really excited for is GTA 5, so that comes out on Tuesday, and that's my little spiel about upcoming games, because those are the two that are coming out, except for me, because I already have it.
I got something for you. Picked it up as well. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
There it is.
Got it on sale.
All right, no more.
A 5-finger discount, or was it a 1-finger discount? But anyway,
buy one, get one free.
Anyway, follow us on Twitter at GS Roundtable. Be sure to check us out at GameSkinny.com. We did have the those codes. The codes, man.
Guacamelee.
Guacamelee. We have 2 left. 2 codes left.
So yeah, be sure to look at our Facebook and our Twitter for those. And we will be back next week with all of
Thank
the
you for
latest
watching.
news. See you later.
Later.